Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to study about conditions. So there are some critical points about conditions and conditional operators. That is what we are going to study in this particular video. Okay. So we have used already while and if, right? And we have seen that we write conditions over there, right? But it is not that only comparison operators we can write there, okay? We can write other operators also, like Boolean operators and all are there. So that we are going to study in detail here, okay? So comparison operators, we know that we are having in and not in, right? So these are mostly used for what? These are used for membership testing, right? That this particular value belongs to this container or not. So that membership, if I want to check, then in that case, we can use this operators, okay? After that, the operators is and is not. Compare whether two objects are really the same object. That means the two objects are same or not. That is what we try to check, okay? Now, all these comparison operators have the same priority which is lower than that of numerical operators. So, numerical operators are always having more priority as compared to these comparison operators. Okay, so let us quickly see that how this in, not in, and this is not works, and then we can move forward. Okay, so like let us say any list we can consider here of some numbers. Okay, so now if I want to check the membership, right, of 9, let us say, so 9 in L, this is how I will write. So here in is the operator. Okay, so it is printing true because 9 is a member of L. Okay, after that for 10 if I check, then it is printing false because 10 is not a member of L. Okay, so similarly, now for this 10 only, if I write it this way, that 10 not in L, okay, in this case it is printing true because it is true that it is not in L. Okay, so this is how it is done. After that, let us go for the is and is not operator. In that case, what it does, that it checks that the two objects are same or not. So if I take any other object here, other list, which is let us say 2 7, and if I check that L is L2 like this, so it is printing false because both the objects are different. And how you can know that both objects are different? By seeing their identity, which you can see it by id function. Okay, so id of L if you print and id of L2 if you print, you are going to get different numbers. Okay, so these are different identities, that means the objects are different. Okay, but if I write it this way, that L is L, so of course the two objects are same, their identity is same, in that case it is printing true. Okay, now you can also try it with strings. So let us say s1 is equal to hello, and then s2 is equal to hello again. Okay, now if I print s1 is s2, then what will happen? Then it is printing what? It is printing true because actually hello is a string, and to that means it is an object, right? And to that object s1 and s2 both are pointing, so that is why it is printing true. You can check the id of s1 s2 also. So if you this is the id of s1 and this is the id of s2, right? So you can see both the numbers are exactly same, that means they are pointing to the same object. Okay, you can also check is not. Okay, s1 is not s2, so you will get false, so we are getting false. So this is how these operators are used. Okay, so I hope it is clear. After that, comparisons can be chained. What is the meaning? That let us say multiple conditions you want to check, right? So instead of checking it separately, you can combine them together. Like here, this expression has been written a less than b equal to c. Okay, so actually what is the meaning of this expression? So it is checking that a is less than b or not, and b is equal to c or not. So both of these conditions are getting checked at once. Okay, after that, for comparisons, we can also use Boolean operators. So what are Boolean operators? Three operators are there, okay? And, or, and this, not. These three are known as Boolean operators, okay? So these are having lower priorities than comparison operators also. Okay, that means comparison is, not, is, and all. So it is having lower priority than that also. Okay, but among these three, if I want to compare that and, or, not, among these three, who is having highest priority, who is having lower priority, if that we want to check, then in that case not is having the highest priority. okay, then and then finally or is having the lowest priority. Okay, that is why if you are writing this expression a and not b or c, in this case how it is going to get evaluated? First of all, not b will be done because not is having the highest priority. Okay, after that and will be evaluated, so then a and not b will be done, and finally or will be done with c. Okay, so this is the order how they will be performed. Okay, but definitely if you want to perform or first, then you have to put parentheses and all, and then by that you can change the priorities. Okay, all right. Now in boolean operators, in this and or, one concept is applied here, and that is known as short circuiting. So it is important to understand about this. Okay, so what happens generally, whatever like expression you have written, the arguments are evaluated from left to right. This is the default ordering which you have to remember. Okay, now what is short circuiting? Here the evaluation stops as soon as the outcome is determined. This is the line which is very critical and you have to understand properly. Okay, what it is saying, the evaluation stops. Okay, so it will stop as soon as the overall final outcome is determined. Okay, so that means if I am able to understand that the result is false now itself, then after that later I will not move ahead and still keep on checking blindly. If I know that it is false, then stop it there and declare the result, right? That is how generally in real life also we do. So that is what is applied here also. Okay, so now for example, let us say this expression you are having, which is a and b and c. Okay, so here both and is used. That means we know that all these three has to be true, then only the final outcome can be true, right? Now let us say that a and c are true but b is false. Okay, but b is false. In this case, first of all, this left to right it will move. So first of all, a and b, which is true and false, this is what will be evaluated. Now here itself we know that it is false. Okay, and since false came and after that and operators have been used, so overall outcome will be false only, no matter later c is true or false, right? Overall outcome is going to be false only. So that is why the evaluation will stop here itself and the result will be declared as false. This c will not be evaluated any further. Okay, so that is the meaning of short circuit. Now, when used as a general value and not as a boolean, okay, in that case, the return value of short circuit operator is the last evaluated argument. That means in short circuit operator, that means and or has been used, right? So if these operators you are using, then wherever you're stopping, right, because you will stop as soon as outcome is determined. So if you're stopping, then whatever is the last evaluated argument, that particular value will be returned, which you can store again in some variable and use it. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? For that, it has been demonstrated here. As you can see, three strings are there which is having these three values. Okay, and after that one variable is there, and in that this expression has been written for that. Okay, so what is this? String 1 or string 2 or string 3. Okay, now we know that if or operator has been used, that then any of the argument is true, the overall outcome will be true, right? So as soon as I can determine that acha this is true, after that we will not have to check it any further, right? So now this evaluation will start. So first of all, string 1 will be evaluated, which is empty string. So it is false, right? So since this is false, there is a chance that later on maybe some true I can get. So that is why I will move forward. Here right now we cannot declare anything, right? So that's why we will move forward. Now after that, string 2 is there, which is this particular string. Now this is not empty, right? Some character is there. If any character is there, then the result will be true. So that means here it is true. Now since here one result came true, that means and only or operator has been used, so I know from here itself that overall outcome is going to be true only, right? So that is why I will stop here itself, and this is what is short circuiting. Okay, so it will be stopped here, and then in that case, what is the last evaluated argument? Last evaluation is string 2 only, so that is why this string will be stored in this particular variable, and that is printed. Okay, so this is the proof that string 3 will not be evaluated only, because here itself I understood it is true, so no need to move further. Okay, so that is the meaning. Now, one more thing is there in Python, which is known as Walrus Operator. When it is used if you're writing one expression and in that expression itself you want to perform assignment. Okay, you want to perform assignment inside one expression itself. In that case, we should go for Walrus Operator, which is there in Python. It is not there in C. In C, we do all the tasks using this assignment and comparison only, and that is why it creates a lot of confusion. But those confusions are not there in Python because of this Walrus Operator. So how it is written, one colon is there and then equal to. So this I am showing that how to write this, I mean how to use this operator. Okay, so here you can write like this. Let's say count is equal to 0. Okay, after that while is there. Now put it in brackets and then here let us say I'm writing count and then I'm using this Walrus Operator. Okay, and in this what I'm writing count plus 1. That means basically means calculate count plus 1 and store in count. So it is assignment actually I'm performing. Okay, but this assignment is present inside another expression. And what is another expression? Another expression is this comparison, which I am performing here, which is less than equal to 5, let us say. Okay, so one comparison is there, inside that again I am performing assignment. So for that case you should go for this Walrus Operator. Okay, so if I'm doing this and now let us say if I'm printing count, then what will happen? So you can see 1 2 3 4 5 is printed, because first of all it is 0. So first it will come here and this will be evaluated. So 0 plus 1 1, so 1 will be stored in count. Understood? So what is happening? Assignment is happening, and then that assignment is getting checked in this condition. So 1 is getting generated, so 1 is less than equal to 5 or not. It is true, so that is why 1 is printed. Again after that, next assignment will be performed, which is 2. Now 2 is less than equal to 5, that is why count is printing 2. So this is how Walrus Operator can be used. Okay, so I hope it is clear. You can try some more examples from your side, and I'm ending this lecture here. Thank you.